How's everyone doing? In the back, can you hear me? All right, good. So I first want to thank you all for having me and for all your help in making the Make-A-Wish Foundation better. Now, as was mentioned, some of you may know me from this year's Relay for Life on campus. For others, I probably remind you of a young, better-looking George Clooney, or that guy from One Direction, all of them. But for everyone else, my name is Ashwani Jain, and I'm a 9-year cancer survivor. When I was 13 years old, I was diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. Because they found my tumor at its early stages, I only had to undergo 4 months of extensive chemotherapy. Now, I say only 4 months because every other child that I met while I was getting treated at the Children's Hospital in DC had far worse situations than I did. Many of them were not only younger than I was, but they also had to undergo more surgeries and harsher treatments for longer periods of time. But although their physical conditions made them very weak, their spirits were undoubtedly strong. And it was from their courage and exceptionally optimistic outlook on life that I became inspired to give back. So, I learned from them that no matter how bad things are or how bad things can get, you can always make things worse. At the same time though, it is often within your own power to make them better and to find an opportunity in every difficulty. So I stay true to the UPS slogan, what can Brown do for you? And I got to work. So after I finished my treatment, I began performing charity magic shows for the Children's Hospital, the Children's Inn at NIH, and the Make-A-Wish Foundation. And I took to heart what Mark Twain once said, and learned firsthand that the best way to cheer yourself up is to cheer other people up. So today I'm now a Wish Ambassador and a Wish Granter for the Make-A-Wish Foundation, and I'm helping to grant the wishes of children with life-threatening medical conditions in the Mid-Atlantic region. Now, the Make-A-Wish Foundation has a very special place in my heart. 1 year after my treatments were over, the foundation gave me and my family a trip of a lifetime. It was early morning, and the foundation sent a limo to pick me and my family up. It was the first time I actually rode a limo, and in fact I didn't really understand how it works, so I rode in the passenger seat in the front. Now for those of you who don't know, that's not how you ride a limo, but nevertheless it's a lot of fun. We then boarded a train to New York City, where we were greeted by a Wish staff member who gave us a tour of the city and tickets to the Broadway show Julius Caesar. After the show, they took us backstage where we got to meet a lot of the cast and crew, and then something happened that made my heart drop. I got a tap on my shoulder, I turned around, and it was none other than the man I had wished to meet, Denzel Washington. So needless to say, yeah, I was awestruck. He took us to his dressing room where he spoke with us for about 15 minutes. And for those 15 minutes, nothing else mattered. Cancer was just another word in the dictionary. My parents, they weren't thinking about the fact that they almost lost their son. My sister wasn't thinking about all the pain that she saw her older brother go through. And I wasn't worried about all the scars and tissue damage that all the surgeries had left. All I was able to focus on was that very moment, and that my dream was coming true. And this is largely attributed to the work that organizations like Maryland Wishes and Colleges Against Cancer do. And it's because of the tremendous work and dedication of people like you for being here at events like this that make this foundation such a huge success, and that keeps me motivated to stay active. Whether you're a cancer survivor, had a relative with cancer, or know someone with cancer, we are all affected by this horrible disease. Now imagine if you can provide that amount of joy that I had to all children suffering from these type of illnesses. If we can do that, then there is nothing that these kids cannot overcome. Winston Churchill once said that we make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give. And today, just for being here, you guys have all given me and the children who are currently facing these uphill battles hope and inspiration. So from the bottom of my heart, I thank you guys for being here, and thank you guys for helping wishes come true.